Hi guys, and welcome back to Moto Joshing. I just wanted to make a short video basically just to apologise for the heavy breathing on the second video coming up. I'm going to show it in a second, but just wanted to say sorry for the dodgy breathing. I think the microphone is great when you're actually on the bike, but still haven't figured out quite switching the sensitivity off when you're off the bike, and so it doesn't really matter if you're actually out of breath or not out of breath. You're going to sound like you're out of breath anyway. I think the mic's just that sensitive, I'm afraid. But with that ado, we shall continue on, and I'll hope to improve that going forward. So here you go, bye! And welcome back to Moto Joshing. So I'm here back down Fitty, and there has been a bit of a change. So I actually filmed this video already, but thought I would film it again, seems as the exhaust is now here and on the bike. So my bike and modifications. So it's the ER6F, which is the Ninja 650 pretty much everywhere else out of Europe, I think. And this is a 2016 model. And I managed to buy it in the tail end of 2015. I actually got the bike on the 2nd of December, and I've been riding it and commuting on it, and I commute on it every day, which is why it's so dirty, so you're going to have to forgive some of the dirt. But I didn't have time on the weekend because I was pissing it down, and I managed to fit the exhaust on the weekend and not much time for anything else. So I'll do a quick run over of the bike itself and modifications. So first modifications would be the Kawasaki parts. So I've got the mirror extenders, mainly because you couldn't see shit without them, and then the ER6F tank pad and knee pad, then this Trebo seat cover thing, which helps my girlfriend's arse stay on there when we're scooting about. She does like to come on the bike with me, so just helps that out a bit. And then we'll skip on to the R&G stuff. So the crash protection aero side bobbins, R&G rear R&G spools, fender eliminator kit, which is R&G as well. Then I've got R&G bar ends and R&G heated grips. Next modifications, probably levers. So they're just cheapy eBay specials. So far so good on them though. They just look a little bit better, and they're extendable and foldable, so no complaints there. Oh, almost missed one on the R&G as well. And that's the radiator guard under there. It's looking quite dirty, but that is what it is. Also got some convex mirrors. I tend to find they help just to see a bit more when you're out and about. Still do your normal shoulder checks, but it certainly does help. I've got a Scott oiler fitted as well. Obviously, being in northeast Scotland, it being cold and raining a lot of the time, it's just a whole lot easier to have the oiling done for you, so that's definitely another one there. There's one more thing to come. It still hasn't arrived, and that's a zero gravity double bubble screen, but that will be arriving shortly. I hope. At least it was ordered a month ago, and they said it would be about 3 weeks to a month, so we shall see. But yeah, that's my bike, guys. Okay, well, we'll go for a little ride, and I'll give you my overall impressions of the bike, and you can hear the noise as well from this new Scorpion exhaust. Things are a bit louder now. Looks like Asda want to block me in. So overall impressions of the bike. Well, this is my first big bike, as it were. I passed my test in late October, and it's cracking. It's a great first entry to the bigger bikes. I did all the usual things and looked at you know, the Ninja 300s and the other 300s on show. Even looked at the CBR 500R as well, but I just thought a 650 is kind of what I want for a little bit more power, something that you can, you know, cruise down the motorway if you needs be, and do a bit of touring and travelling on it. And that's exactly what I wanted. So, as well as a comfortable commute on something that could happily do, you know, the speed limit, and you know, be able to do that commute in the day, and be a bit of a weekend warrior and put a smile on your face. And that's certainly what this has done. I have to admit, the smile on my face is a bit bigger since the Scorpion exhaust. It really does change the overall feel of the bike across the rev range, and in general, just that having the noise really does add to the experience. So definitely no complaints on that. It is quite annoying that it did have to be a full system install, so it isn't a cheap option, but definitely a worthwhile one. But the bike itself, it's very nimble, it's still quick, still quicker than most of the cages around here, and you can still have some fun and get yourself into some trouble. But you know, it's a fairly respectable bike. So the bike itself is a very good handling bike. I think it's quite confidence inspiring, it's great for learners. It's got a very smooth acceleration curve. Engine braking is no joke though. It really does slow you down, so you don't even need to use your brakes a lot of the time. A lot of the time, as long as you're using your gears quite efficiently, then it'll slow you down in no time anyway. But I think it's a great bike for people like myself who are kind of starting out in bikes, and it's a lot of fun. You can still get a lot of mods for them. They're fairly well researched. There seems to be quite a lot of gear that you can get, though I probably bought the majority of stuff so far. But in general, you know, I really like the look of the bike as well. I did look at the 650 Honda as well, but when it came down to it, the Honda was 500 quid more expensive, and it just didn't have as good a deal when it came to the finance that I got on this one. So at the end of the day, it came down to money and what you like, and I don't know, I preferred the green of Kawasaki to the Honda colours, and took my pick and haven't regretted it at all. And I would probably say that the majority of people I've ever seen review them or speak to them, you know, talk about them very highly, and then normally keep them for a year or two and then move on to something bigger, which is probably what I'll do as well. Servicing wise, the bike itself, it's around about £150 every service so far. I've had two of them, up to 4,000, close to 4,300 miles at this point, and yeah, it's about 150 quid so far, and I don't think that's particularly bad. I've been doing you know, fitting my own mods for the most part, so you know, if I can do it, anyone can. I've just been watching YouTube videos and figuring it out, and you know, breaking things, and I think that's part of bike life. I think that, you know, you get your fingers dirty and learn more about your machine, so that, you know, if you happen to have to break down, you might know a thing or two. I think that's a worthwhile lesson for everyone. Well guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There'll be another video coming out shortly, probably going to be on my bike history. Feel free to give any feedback, and feel free to add me on any social media. It's going to be Moto joshing on the majority of them, so hopefully you'll find me there, but I'll put links in the description as well. Okay, see you next time guys, bye.